welcome to the Enchanted Mike podcast. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Michelle.
And you're listening to episode 3, where we'll be talking about our favorite Disney dining.
Ooh, controversial.
I know, we've dined probably at 20 plus restaurants, but we've narrowed it down to, I think, 5 of our favorites.
And they're not the most, not the most talked about, that's for sure.
Yeah, some of them are, some of the popular ones, but there are quite a bit that aren't as popular.
Oh, that's true. I think there's a mix. There's a good mix.
Yeah, but those are the ones that stuck out to us. I mean, all of them are really good. Well, we may mention some at the end that we did not like.
That maybe weren't our favorites.
Yeah.
Not worth the cash or the calories.
Yeah, some people really love them, and they still do. One of them's a character dining that we just didn't
have a great experience
at all. The food was
inedible, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So we'll start off with a little Disney news. So apparently the permit was accepted or filed so they can start the demolition with Rivers America.
And tell me what Rivers America is.
That's where I think the Cars land and the Villains land will be going.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yep. And then they just announced that Tiana's Bayou and Guardians of the Galaxy will no longer be virtual queues. They'll have standby lines.
Great. I'm sure they're going to be very long, but still, like, gives more people an opportunity to snag them or, like, actually be able to experience it.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't snag that virtual queue, then you don't have an option. At least now, if you're willing to wait, there'll be an option.
Yeah, because I think the one time we did Guardians, you were the only one that got the virtual queue. So
yes,
I have not ridden that yet. And we both have not ridden Tiana's either.
No, and I'm looking forward to that very much.
I know. It looks really good.
It looks incredible.
So, but we'll do our wait time check.
Let's do it. Hollywood Studios.
Yes. Right now, that's our favorite park, right?
It is. It's one of our favorites.
Yeah. So right now, what do you think Slinky Dog is running?
Well, let's give it. Okay, so today is Tuesday. And it is
Tuesday.
12:45 p.m. So it's lunchtime. Okay, so which one? Sorry, go ahead.
Slinky Dog.
Okay, Slinky Dog always has a long line, so I'm going to go 90 minutes.
Ooh, close. 80.
Ooh, it's close.
All right, how about Tower of Terror?
65.
Lower, actually.
45.
Close. 50.
Okay,
Yeah,
not too bad.
Those two rides, Hollywood Studios does not look too bad right now. I mean, a little busy, but we've seen way busier.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful day, too, here in North Florida, so probably pretty nice in Central Florida.
Yes. So it's a little cold up here, but we are enjoying it until
we say cold. I bet the Northerners are laughing.
I know, right? So before we get started, let's discuss what we are, kind of our criteria. I mean, I think the number one thing everyone uses for Disney restaurants would be the food.
Food quality.
Yes. So we do that, the theming, obviously the service, location, and then you can do views and ambiance also. Ambiance is pretty important.
I think so too, because you're usually going to a Disney restaurant, you want some ambiance and theming and something that's different than what you would get every day at your place, where you live. And
absolutely, yeah.
Places where you dine at home.
So, and a couple of these, actually probably three of them are in Disney Springs.
We love Disney Springs.
So if you couldn't tell from the last episode, Saratoga Springs is our favorite resort, which is right next to Disney Springs. So naturally, our favorite restaurants would probably be at Disney Springs.
Absolutely.
So, all right, let's start off. First one.
This is your absolute favorite.
This is my absolute favorite, is Raglan Road.
Yes. There's so much there's so much to do at this restaurant. They even have a quick service next to it. They have live entertainment, and they have Irish step dancers that come on stage. And there's multiple different stages. The stage in the center of the restaurant, and there's a stage at the front. So usually, no matter where you're seated, you usually have somewhat of a view.
Yeah. If not, you can get up and kind of stand.
And that's what we do too. Sometimes if we're seated away from the dancers, when they're dancing, we'll come and take our son over to where they are, and that way he can see it. And there's usually a live band, Irish music.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good energy, and your kid can be loud and nobody's staring at you.
Yes.
Because the music's over it.
And I recently just talked to somebody that went there, and they had music playing, and then the dancers came out, and they had no idea that they were dancers.
Oh, what a great surprise.
And they were wondering why the tables were kind of weird shaped, where because they have those little single tables where the one dancer will dance.
Yes.
And they thought it was amazing.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
So, but the reason I love this one is the food, the atmosphere. It's really great. It's a nice Irish bar to go to.
Yeah, the food quality is fantastic. Yeah. No matter what we've gotten here, it always has been very good.
Very good. It's kind of hard to get into in the peak times, but
there's always a wait, I think.
Always a wait. They usually have, like I said, they have an actual bar outside that you can sit and you can get stuff at.
Yeah, that's pretty good too, the quick service.
Yeah, the quick service.
Yeah, next to it.
And then they have a little shop inside. You can get Raglan Road shirts and memorabilia, but the big hit obviously is the Irish dancers and the food
and the music, because there's usually Irish music, and some of the patrons or people that go there, they have they know the songs, they sing along to it, so that's really fun.
It's really neat. So
and the interior is actually very pretty. It's very well themed. It almost looks like you're in a Irish theater.
Yes,
I think it's what kind of like darker woods and
low lighting, really nice. So.
No, it is very loud in there. I will tell you at all times, even when they're not dancing and they're not.
Yeah, it can get really loud.
It is very loud.
It's a big restaurant, so but it's really neat. So let's start off with kind of what we usually get, I guess.
So we usually start off with a shrimp appetizer, but we pulled the menus and we don't see it on there currently.
It's like a spicy shrimp and a butter sauce. It was really good. We used to get that all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then your favorite obviously is the bread.
I love the bread. They do a soda bread and they dip it in a Guinness sauce with oil. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's really good.
And it's free, which not every bread service on Disney property is free, or even in Disney Springs. So this is a really nice thing to have there. And I would say they're pricey. The menu prices are probably on par for Disney, so more expensive than your average meal, but not the most expensive we've had on property.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you my favorite meal, which you'll see the theme of this. I usually get the braised beef. If I can find it at any restaurant, I always get it. And Raglan Road always has the best, I think.
You always rave about it. Yeah. I don't eat meat, so I can't comment on that, but you always seem to really enjoy it.
So tender. Comes usually, I think, broccolini, has potatoes, carrots. It's really good.
Well cooked. It's not overcooked.
No, it's perfect. So it falls off I think it's boneless, but I mean, it's amazing.
It falls apart.
Yes. Highly, highly recommend.
I usually get the fish and chips. I do eat fish, so I'm a pescatarian. So it's always crispy, and the portion size are huge.
Yeah, they're great.
The fish and chips portions are very, very large.
Yeah.
And
you've had what else have you had?
I had the gnocchi. It's the I think I've had the salmon there too, but I've had it's called gnocchi now, and it has butternut squash gnocchi.
Yeah.
I hope I'm saying that right. And that was really delicious. I think it had scallops in it, and it was well cooked. The gnocchi was well cooked. The seafood it's hard sometimes to do seafood well. Mm-hmm. And I believe the scallops are really well cooked when I had it.
I've only
had buttery and light, and so that was really nice.
I've only had one dish, so that's
we've been there like 15 times. You had one dish.
One dish. So that's all I can comment on.
There was a soup I got one time that seemed a little fishy, and it probably was just an off day or just more my preference. But there was one soup I got one time that was a little bit fishy, but I think it was a fish soup. So I mean, to be expected.
And we took your parents there too, and they really loved it. And your dad loves Irish themed everything, so he thoroughly enjoyed it.
He is red-haired, and he loves everything Irish. So that was really
I think that was a highlight of his Disney trip.
Yeah, absolutely. I do recommend advanced reservations if you can get them.
Yes.
If you try to go on any of the big Irish holidays, i.e. St. Patrick's Day, it's going to be nearly impossible. I would suspect to get it if you wait too long. So you can always do the sidebar or the quick service right next to it. But it's a really fun place to go and bring your family.
Yep. So now we're moving on to the one and only park. One that we have listed.
I was surprised we only put one park.
There's several others, but I mean, we wanted to narrow it down to 5. You know, we could go hour or two talking about restaurants.
We really could.
So this one is a Liberty Tree Tavern located in Magic Kingdom.
And this is an care to enjoy restaurant.
Yes.
And there are many reviews of this one, and I think that's why we originally tried it. But when you walk in, it's in Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. When you walk in, it's all themed to
the colonial
days.
Yes, so it's really, really neat.
And they have separate rooms, and each room is themed for that specific president in the colonial days, or that's,
Yeah, a lot of colonial stuff up on the walls. It's a great place to take a break.
Yes, and I think there's carpet, so it's not very loud. I think there's a lot of soft structures that absorb noise, so it doesn't seem very loud.
So it is $44 per adult, and it's $24 per child. So if you have kids that do not eat a lot, I don't know if this would be for you.
Worth the value.
So, but it does come with, so the all you can eat is the Patriots platter. It has turkey, pot roast, pork, mashed potatoes, vegetables, stuffing, and macaroni.
There's a delicious salad before too.
Yes, and it's like,
and you don't eat salad, and you liked it.
I did, and it's like a Thanksgiving meal, and that's all you can enjoy.
Yeah, we've tested that theory.
Yes, yes. So if you have some roller coaster rides planned after this one, you may want to wait. Maybe
Right.
knock those out first.
Yeah, I would say what we do is we go and then we eat, and then usually there's a parade after, so that kind of like
Yes.
settles our
If you can
stomach.
time, yep, because you can walk right out and you'll be right there watching the parade at the very beginning of the parade.
Yeah, and I think the first time me and
Comes
you
right
went,
through Frontierland.
yes, it's a perfect time. You just walk out, and then there's the parade, and it's really nice. Now the bathrooms are upstairs. Is that where it is?
Yeah,
Is it-
upstairs.
There's like one or bathroom upstairs, so that gets a little dicey at times. But there's restrooms right outside the restaurant too if you need to go. But it's a really neat setup in there.
Yeah, we've been there several times.
There's a big fireplace when you walk in. This big brick fireplace,
and you can get alcohol in this restaurant.
Yes.
So the sit downs in the Magic Kingdom are the only places that serve alcohol. So if you need a nice cold drink, this is a place to get it.
That's right. Now I do the vegetarian portion of this, and they do a faux meatloaf, and that sounds really gross, but actually it's pretty delicious. I was very impressed with their faux meatloaf.
Yeah, I actually tried it, and it was pretty surprisingly, it was pretty decent.
It was pretty
I liked
good.
It,
It had a good flavor. It was cooked well. Wasn't super dry. The salad is very good. So it is nice. They have a vegan option and a non-vegan option. Even true with the desserts. So the sticky toffee pudding.
Ooey gooey toffee cake.
I'm sorry. Ooey gooey toffee cake is delicious. And I think we got the apple. There's an apple dessert as well.
We got something at the time. I think it was a special. So
Yes.
last time we went in October. Yeah.
Okay, that was so really important here. Don't eat before you go because you want to get your money's worth.
Yes.
And
But
so
it is fairly expensive.
It is.
So,
It is pretty
But like I
expensive.
said, if you have kids that don't eat a lot, maybe get them to go somewhere else.
Yeah, because that's kind of hard. But I think as soon as they sit down at the table, don't they charge them no matter what?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
think
So make sure you come hungry to this one if you want to get the bang for your buck for sure. But you
Absolutely.
can ask for more and they'll give it to you. They'll give you more and more and more.
Oh, yeah.
They have really good mac and cheese.
Yes, all the sides are great.
Yeah, it
I
really
love
is.
You can
It's
get
like a
more of
little
each
Thanksgiving
side.
dinner,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's perfect. So, all right, moving on to the next one, and I'm going to let you pronounce this one. You can destroy this name.
I probably will. So forgive me, everybody. Trattoria Al Forno.
Yes, it's located on Disney's Boardwalk. So this one is not in Disney Springs, and it's not in a park. So
Oh, good for us.
I know.
This is actually, we stayed at Disney's Boardwalk and we walked by and just happenstance wanted to try it. So I don't think it was really hard to get a reservation. If I remember, I think it wasn't super busy and
Yeah, we went in and we looked at the reviews at the time. The reviews weren't really great.
they
for
weren't
it.
terrible. They weren't great. Nobody was like really singing its praises or
Yeah,
anything.
raving about it.
But it's actually very delicious.
Yeah, it was really
we had mussels.
I remember the mussels, and I think I got the chicken parmesan at the time. I'm trying to remember, but all I remember is it was really good, and I was really surprised that the reviews were as negative as they were.
Right. Well, we were very excited about the food. We like Italian, so it is a Italian restaurant, and I think we started off with the calamari, and then we had mussels. And we both worked in restaurant before this, so we're not the most.
We don't really judge very
We're
much.
not. Yeah, we're not the. But we do have some idea of good quality of
Yes.
food, and so usually calamari can be very chewy, and it's hard to do good calamari, to be honest, even though it's done a lot of
That was
places.
really good.
And it was very good. The mussels were done really good. I think I had a manicotti for dinner,
Yes.
if I had to remember correctly, and that was delicious. It was cooked well. The sauce was nice. I didn't have that tummy ache after you eat,
Yeah.
Italian red sauce and like a lot of reflux. So all good signs. And this theming of it's not over the top, but it was a very nice, almost
It's very elegant.
kin to Carrabba's.
But a little bit more elegant than that.
But a little bit
And I think
upgrade.
they
I
had
stepped up,
like
yeah.
a wood-fired pizza oven.
They did.
I'm trying
They
to-
did. You're right. A
I mean,
wood-
don't
and
hold me
it-
to that, but I think I remember that.
And it smelled good, like that kind of wood fire.
And I believe the Abracadabra bar is connected to it.
I think so too.
I think so
Or it's
too.
definitely on the boardwalk, if not near it.
Yes.
Another thing with this one was it was a little bit louder inside. And again, not so loud that it deterred you from going, but also not so loud that if you had a kiddo that needed to come with you and it didn't have to be completely silent.
Yes.
So a good thing
Very
too.
casual.
Yes.
Yes.
And the service was
Casual-
good. But we
service
didn't
is
talk about
great.
service to the other one. So
Yeah.
service at Raglan has always been top notch.
Yeah.
Liberty Tree.
It was a little busy.
Little slow,
So,
yeah.
a little slow, but especially if you need like an extra plate of something, it was a little bit slow. But I mean, this one, Al Forno, was great. I mean,
Yeah, the server, we've only been
very
there
attentive.
once or twice. And very good at bringing you, filling up your waters, making sure, being in good communication about however the food was tasting. So we really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If you like Italian, and this is probably one of the better Italian places
yeah,
on property.
I would think so. I mean, I know there's a bunch of Italian places you can go to, but this one was, if you're in the Epcot area, Disney
Yes,
Boardwalk
that's true.
area, definitely give this one a try. I think we wanted to try Flying Fish at the time, but it was closed.
It was closed because it was COVID.
Yeah, so
and I don't think the prices here again on property are always more than you probably are going to pay at home. But I don't remember getting the bill and cringing some of the other places we've been.
Yeah, and I did not get the braised short ribs. I don't think they had them at the time. So
but they have them now.
It looks like they do. So
you put them
if we go back, we will get it.
Okay.
All right, so moving on to our next one, and this is your favorite.
My absolute favorite.
So this is Morimoto's Asian in Disney Springs.
It's so good. Yeah. I mean, the building is beautiful too. It's right on the corner.
It's right next to Raglan Road.
Right next to Raglan Road, and they have a 2-story. And you walk in, and you have these huge stairs up to the second story, and there's chandeliers that literally are 2 to 3. I mean, from the top of the building all the way down. I mean, they're huge, beautiful glass chandeliers. It looks very posh.
Yeah, and the first time we went, we actually went upstairs to the bar and we sat in like the little bar lounge area, and that's where we actually had the first time we went there.
That's right, and we took our little one, did we?
No, it was just me and you at the time. Okay. This is before him.
We've gone so many times, I guess.
Right? Yeah.
And it's actually owned by Chef Morimoto, who's an Iron Chef, and he has a specific dish that he does called the
Burry Bop.
Burry Bop. I always want to say it wrong. Burry Bop, and it is delicious. It comes out in a bowl that's heated to 400 degrees, and it's a piece of fish that's almost raw and vegetables, and it cooks on this heated bowl. I'm sure I'm sure there's a better way to say that, but it is so good, and the fish is very moist, and the spices are just really rich. It is the most delicious meal I've had at Disney. Yeah, I look forward to it every time we go.
I think my favorite thing there is the pork rib appetizer. It's like a fried pork spare rib with this Asian glaze. It's so good.
It falls off the bone.
I highly recommend it. I mean, it's expensive. I think it's $18 for like 4 of them.
4 of them, and they're not huge.
They're not big, but it is so good. And then I just usually get the standard, like your orange chicken, or I get sushi.
Yeah, and our son actually ate the noodles. Like he loves Asian noodles. He loves them.
That's the first time we found out he likes noodles.
Yep, that's right. We gave it to him when he was really young.
No, he was fine. But he really loved them. So, I mean, it's one of our go-to spots in Disney Springs. If we can't get Raglan, we'll just walk across, see if we can get.
And sometimes you can. If you have a smaller party, they can get you in. It's a huge restaurant. Like, it is really
it's
sprawling.
2 stories. The sushi bar is up on the second story, so you can sit there. There's another
sushi
bar, just a regular bar on the second floor also.
And they have some private rooms, too, that I've seen. We kind of walk past and saw those.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yep, you can have, like, these glass doors or something, fog doors.
You can, like, look through them. Right? Other people dining. But it's a really good one. I would highly recommend you try it, especially if you like Asian food. Now, we have never tried the sushi here that I remember, and I've heard good things.
I've had the sushi, and it was pretty good.
I didn't think we tried it.
Yeah, we tried it one time. So, and then they have this Asian street market thing that's connected to it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, which we've never tried, but the reviews are not good on it.
They're not. They're not good. Their quick service portion.
Can't really judge it. So.
No, but sitting down inside, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a nice place to relax and then get a really delicious bowl of food. Now, I think the thing about this is that the food's so unique. So a lot of Disney food is very similar. Like you get similar things. And this is the one place where you can go and really has really unique dishes and options. And everything is so well spiced.
Open kitchen too, so you can watch them cook. It's really neat.
And service has always been fantastic.
Very, very great.
Very attentive. So I definitely recommend.
Absolutely. So, all right. Moving on to your next favorite, actually.
It's all me. It's all about me. Frontiera Cocina. And this is also owned by a chef. I can't remember. I should know this, but a chef that was on Food Network.
Yes, I believe so, yeah.
And it's
it's like a kind of
high quality Mexican food.
Authentic. I think it's like contemporary Mexican food.
Contemporary Mexican. That's a good way to say it. It is.
We've never had issues getting reservations here.
No, this is a walk up too. I have never had problems with it. But
now we have gone prior to dinner time, usually like between like 3 and 5 is when we have had a walk up. Yeah. Now the great thing is location. So this is actually, they have an outdoor seating that's right on the water. Yes.
And it is beautiful. Yep. You can sit out there, and especially on a nice day with the breeze coming in, and it's just a really incredible experience. Service there has always been top notch to me. You usually get at least 2 people attending to you, whether it be one that kind of gets the drinks orders and somebody else that does food, more of the table maintenance and food.
Really good.
Yeah, expediting.
And it's actually right across the water from Morimoto's.
It is.
And road. So you just take the walkway bridge over the water, and it's right there.
It's right. And I think a lot of people don't know about it, but the food is really good. We always get the appetizer.
The queso fundido.
The queso fundido.
So
and the
good.
Cheese is just high quality.
Yes.
delicious, gooey cheese, and even the tortillas. And we always run out of tortillas because we always have more cheese than tortillas, and they always bring you extra.
Absolutely.
We always ask for. So if you get it, ask for extra
I know,
tortillas.
Right? And I got the carne asada one time, and let me tell you, this thing was it's expensive. I think it was like $60.
Ooh, I don't remember that.
The steak was amazing.
I do remember the prices here being quite high.
I feel like most like carne asadas, you get the steak and it's like chewy, and it's just you have to cut it with a knife. Like this was nothing like that. It tasted like a filet mignon. It was amazing.
Oh, maybe that's why it was so expensive. Worth it.
It was worth it though.
Yeah, if you're gonna splurge a little bit, this may be the place to do it. If you like this type of food, which we do. And then I usually get the tortilla soup.
Oh, yeah,
and I do it with no meat, or I think there's an option for chicken in it, a chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah, I think so.
And I usually do it without the chicken, or I do chicken on the side and I give it to you.
Yep. So I mean, we've had great experience here. It's like I said, not hard at all. I mean,
spices are so good. I love when things are spiced well, and you don't have to use salt and pepper and ask for extra things. And I have never had to use anything like that. Yeah. The drinks, on the other hand, are quite expensive. I think I had a non-alcoholic margarita, and I think it was close to $19.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like any drink at Disney Springs is gonna be expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's just kind of.
I mean, it was good. It was good, and I usually get. They have another drink. It's like a wildflower type tea infused drink, and it's expensive, but it's not quite that expensive, and it's always very good.
Yeah, and all my drinks have been great. I mean, so it's a great restaurant. If you're looking for something to walk up that you not have to potentially.
Yeah, and you're looking for authentic Mexican, well cooked, a lot of good spices, an interesting combination of food. I think it has a really good option.
Absolutely. And like the other ones, like the ones we talked about before, highly recommend reservations. But this one, I would.
If you can get a reservation,
I'd go to Venture, you
grab
probably
it,
wouldn't need it. But maybe around peak dinner time, 6 to 8, you may need it. But
we don't need it. We early or we late?
That's right. So, all right. So those are our 5. Let's see. We got a list of a bunch. Is there any on there that maybe honorable mentions that you want to talk about? Something that stuck out?
I'm going to mention one that's probably going to be super controversial that I did not enjoy. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Tiffin's.
We did not.
I see everybody going,
I forgot about Tiffin's. I know. And everyone raves about it.
Yeah, I don't know why we just didn't. Maybe we just have a good experience. I mean, the server was lovely, if I can remember right. The server was great. We sat in a booth. I just don't think we have the food.
I don't think we have the palate for the spices.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we don't have an advanced palate enough.
But
we've eaten at Jico and we love it.
Yes, I don't know. This is I don't know if this
I think
is a little
I got
bit
the shrimp and grits. Maybe it was some form of type of shrimp and grits. It was not well. The spices weren't. It just they didn't blend well.
Yeah, I don't know.
The dessert was kind of bland.
Now we've done Nomad Lounge outside of that, and we thoroughly enjoyed that. That was
Nomad Lounge was quite great.
So great drinks, great little tapas and appetizers. But so we're like, we need to try Tiffin's, and we got a reservation for Tiffin's, and womp womp.
Yeah, oh my god! And so maybe we need to try something different, give it another chance. But what we got,
yeah, I don't know.
So I know that's pretty controversial.
So if we're going to stick with the controversial ones, I think our other one would be Garden Grill.
Oh.
Now, this is the one we were talking about at the beginning of the episode.
Folks.
That we did not enjoy.
It is expensive because it's a
character dining.
Character dining, but you pay the fee for it. And I'm sure it was, if I had to guess, $50 at least for adults.
Now, you can do the fireworks package with it too, I believe, at the time. Which we didn't do.
We did not.
But we were excited about it because we had our son character dining. Characters are great. You get Chip and
Dale. Right. The redeeming quality of this is the characters. And he was so excited.
Yeah. Like I said, it's Chip and Dale, Mickey, and Goofy dressed in their little farmer outfits. And it's a slow rotating around.
That was
living
cool.
with the land, which
that
is
was
really
cool
neat.
Because we love living with the land. That's like one of our favorite attractions. And it was neat to sit in there and it, slowly moves around.
You get little views of living with the land, but the food
I dare say inedible.
Yeah, it just was not. And it's your basic all you care to enjoy, I believe. And it was like chicken and mashed potato.
We have eaten almost every restaurant in Magic or in Disney on Disney property. I would say we've eaten quite a bit of them, and this is the only one that is inedible.
Yeah, none of us got seconds.
And I did the vegetarian dish, so again, sometimes those are a little worse off than the other. But it was like it was like a rice patty thing. I don't even know what it was made of, and it was like I was trying to douse it in sauce or something to make it more edible, and it was not.
It was not. Good. But we maybe
ambiance and theming were great.
Maybe give it another try one day. Maybe?
Probably not.
Probably not.
I
There's
would
other.
think.
So there's
said
so many
there's
other
other
great
character
character
dining.
dining places. So we're doing Topolino's Terrace. Is that what it
That's
is?
the next one.
So we'll be doing that one. So hopefully that one is way better than the Garden Grill.
Yes, the Garden Grill was. Sorry, everybody who loves it. I mean, the characters are great because they're in their farming outfits, and that was really cool. And our kiddo loved it. But if you're looking for food that you can actually eat and have a dining, an experience with the characters, I would pass on this one.
So let's talk about real quick before we go. There's 2 breakfast places that we really enjoyed. One's a character dining, Tusker House, and then Steakhouse 71.
Okay, Tusker House is. I'm actually helping a friend plan her Disney trip now, and I was like, you have to do Tusker House. It is one of the best. Yes. Character dining. It has a very, very wide variety of food.
The food is amazing.
They have
it's almost overwhelming how much they have.
Yes, I have African-inspired food, but they also have like Mickey waffles and Simba waffles, and your basic breakfast food. Plus, they have some really interesting other things.
A little carving station. I mean, it's so good. We've done the character breakfast twice there,
yes,
and it's been amazing.
And every time we go, they have Pog juice, or what we call Pog juice.
Yeah,
it's that like fruit punch type.
Orange juice.
Orange
really
juice
good.
mixture.
It's very addicting.
It is very good. And then the servers are pretty good. They just come and mass fill your
and
your
they kind of
and
guide the characters to you. So I mean, the first time we went, we weren't sure if the characters will come by, but they make it to every single table.
Twice. I think they come by twice. So that's
just
nice.
Don't fret if you think they're not going to get to you. They will get to you.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I would say if they a splurge when you're like, hey, should I spend this money on a character dining? Because they are quite expensive when you're looking at value for, your money and what food you're getting. But the buffet food is always very good. Sometimes can be crowded. That's one thing. Tusker House is very crowded. Most character dinings are that we've experienced. Yes. So that's kind of a downside for it, but you do get to we always go up to the buffet at least 2 to 3 times trying to get different things, and most time the food is there's at least 4 to 5 things on there that we get and we absolutely love and rave about. Some things you got to try because it's different and hit or miss, but for the majority of part the Tusker House actually is really good.
And the next one would be Steakhouse 71. So this is a little bit more calmer, a little bit more chill.
Yes,
it's still very good. If you can get a reservation there in the morning, it's great. We've done that several times prior to Magic Kingdom days.
Yeah, this is back in the day. We had a
we could.
We can't do this anymore.
Can't do it anymore, but you could make a reservation at Steakhouse 71, park there, eat, and then we would walk over to Magic Kingdom.
Just for half the day.
But now there's a 3-hour limit, and they put a little
yellow card
in
you have to put in the windshield. So boo, you can't do that anymore.
Can't do that. But the food is still worth it if you can go over there. Even if it's a resort day, go over there.
You have delicious avocado toast. The coffee's really good. It is fancier, and if you have kiddos that are loud, or it can be a little bit harder because it is so much quieter than like say Tusker House is very very loud. Yeah, it's very relaxing. If you have kiddos that will be quieter in the morning, I mean,
if they need to run around, maybe not.
Maybe not that. Right. Unless you have somebody to help them go up and down the escalator. And you eat.
Yes, absolutely.
So, bring a grandparent, let them like run up and down the escalator with them while you eat. That would be good. But it is a quieter place. But the food quality is fantastic. The servers there are top notch. Breakfast, we've eaten breakfast and for dinner, and they're always good.
Yeah, and if you're staying at the Contemporary Bay Lake, absolutely go over there and get a breakfast. Especially if Chef Mickey's is sold out because that goes quick because it's character breakfast. But Steakhouse 71, don't sleep on that one. It's the
food quality is delicious.
And every time we've been, like hardly anybody in there.
No, there's not. Breakfast. Yeah, breakfast. There's not a ton of people there. The avocado toast is so good. They had pumpkin waffles one time, or pumpkin pancakes.
Yeah, and it may be more popular now, but at the time there's hardly anybody in there. It was prior to park opening.
I didn't feel like the food was tremendously expensive, so it was not a bad value.
Yeah, so those are our top 5 favorite restaurants, and some that we didn't like, and a couple honorable mentions as well. So
yeah, we have a lot we do like too, outside of those ones, but those are the ones that really stand out to us. So we've gone back to over and over again, whether it's because it's easy to get a reservation and the food quality is consistently good.
We know what we're getting.
Right. Because sometimes at Disney you have really good food quality one day, and then the next time you go there, it's like, what is this place? So
and we definitely want to try each trip. We try a different restaurant.
Yeah, every time we try to add one more that's
just something different. So I think we may try. I want to try Coral Reef.
Yes.
I want to try that one because I think our son would love that. I mean, if we can sit next to the aquarium.
Yes, the aquarium with the big.
Now we've heard
fish.
The food is kind of hit and miss, but I think the atmosphere and the theming would be worth it for him. So maybe we
sacrificed some of our food for the fun of his
enjoyment
of being there. So
maybe we'll try that this next trip. But
but we have. No, what do we have? We have coming up the character dining.
Yes, we have the character dining at Topolino's Terrace. So, but that's all we have for you today. So, like, share, and subscribe to The Enchanted Mic on Facebook and X. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us at The Enchanted Mic at gmail.com.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right, y'all take care.
Have a good week.